No one comes off. Keep the doors open.
You're leading them. You're there. You followed. I'm not sure that they're gonna succeed. No, I was thinking like, oh, I don't have to be afraid they're gonna succeed no matter what. I'm not so sure. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Oh! So many. Release them, release all of them. Oh, you're so slow.
Locked in. 5-5, 5-3, 5-6. Find the whole left. Make the episode 5-2. Too late. There's nobody there. You shouldn't be here.
You think?
That could mean so many things.
And now?
I'll turn up.
Shut down the floors, everywhere!
Do it. No. God, the power. It's not hydro. Once we turn it off, it takes months to get it back up and running.
Do you think that we care? Oh, everything is into the hands of that guy. Oh, we're glad that you care about your life. More than, you know, believing into the empire.
That's the backup power supply.
Wicked! Move! On program! Now!
Ah!
All yours.
And also, how can they escape from that job? I don't have any ship, you know.
Tell them what to do. It has to be you. Come on, Kino.
It can be you. You did all of that.
My name is Kino. I'm the day shift manager on level 5.
Kino.
We are at this moment in control of the facility.
Is that the best you got?
We have deactivated every floor in the facility. All the floors are
Oh, it's a question of face now.
wherever you are. Right now, get up. Stop the work. Take charge and start climbing. They don't have enough guards, but they know it. We will never have a better chance than this. And I would rather die trying to take them down than giving them what they want. Fried 100 men from level 2. We know that they are making up our sentences.
You know, it's a little also like the rebellion. Because you see victims,
We are being released.
you're making the rebellion grow. That's what Luthen, you know, he said also.
There is one way out. Right now. The building is ours. We need to run, climb, kill. We need to help each other. 5,000 of us. We can fight half as hard as we've been working.
How can you escape? To take the control of that whole thing. To escape. You're not gonna kill me? To go where? Huh?
Can't swim.
you since the beginning that you couldn't come? He's not gonna come? I was right, it's this guy that you said is gonna meet. I was right. I'm still thinking about Kino is not gonna come.
This is a trap. Press the buttons for 215.
In case you were discovered, you gave him that option.
Your daughter.
What?
Is that meant to scare me?
Well, it's been a year since we had a chance to catch up.
You're threatening him? He's not a spy for you?
I think about you constantly.
I mean, you're forcing him to be a spy?
There's a new supervisor rising. Nero. She's focused on a suspect she's calling Axis.
You.
She started looking into stolen Imperial naval equipment, and now she's looking for a link to Aldani.
Mm-hmm.
There was an incident on Ferrex a few months ago. She thinks there's a link. She's been tearing the place apart. Axis. She's gathering interest. Particles likes her. Oh, this is good. Encourage this.
Encourage them to search for you?
You had nothing to do with Aldani. Oh, that's nothing. We were invited, but declined. They got lucky. We don't deal on luck. She just cut you around the pilot running supplies going to Krieger. They turned him immediately and staged an accident.
Mm-hmm.
There's a raid planned on the power station at Spellhouse. If Krieger attacks, they'll be waiting. And if he doesn't, they'll know something's amiss. It's 50 men. You're worth more than that. You have to warn them. Do I? Ruin everything.
You're gonna let them be killed just to be sure he's not gonna be discovered? Oh, that's so cruel, you know, to think like that.
I can't do this anymore.
It's like, you know, to make victims, it's encouraging civilian victims, it's encouraging people to join the rebellion. It works, and again, the jail was an example of that. It works.
I'm giving you Spellhouse, I'm warning you about Ferrex, I'm honouring my vow. I've been working my way through there for 6 years.
6 years.
Alone.
You know, it's also the proof that it's not because you're working for the good side that you're using good methods, you know. You're okay to sacrifice people, you're threatening some to be your spy, and I'm pretty sure that he's gonna kill him.
We can't let you go, Lonnie. We can't spare you. Been grooming you for too long, and yes, you've been alone.
Even more because you just saw his face.
You love your daughter. Krieger's men will be dying to make sure she has a father. You're trapped, Lonnie.
It's not because of that.
I'm saying it.
It's to continue to have infos.
Your investment in the rebellion is epic. A double life, everyday performance, the stress of that.
During 6 years?
And what did you sacrifice?
His life? He has no life.
Calm.
His moral compass also.
Love. I wake up every day to an equation I wrote 15 years ago from which there's only one conclusion. I'm damned for what I do. They set me on a path from which there's no escape. I'm condemned to use the tools of my enemy to defeat them. I burn my decency.
I just said it.
I burn my life.
He knows he's cruel. He has to be.
I'll never see. The ego that started this fight will never have a mirror, or an audience, or the light of gratitude. So what do I sacrifice? Everything!
Oh, this actor.
Just stay with me, Lonnie. I need all the heroes I can get.
Oh, I'm so glad that you didn't kill him. After seeing all of that, you know, to kill Lonni. How many of you made it? And Kino! Kino is dead, right? Oh, he's gonna be. little, you know, for Kino. But the fact that we didn't see him dying, I'm like, no, maybe he's not dead, and maybe that's gonna be another story because he's gonna be the only one who is gonna stay into that jail. You know, when they're gonna take back the jail, he's gonna be the only one left, so he's gonna be interrogated. Everything began into his floor, and you know, for Dedra, for all of them, that's gonna be a mine of informations, and that's how they're gonna discover that Cassian was right there, and that's how they're gonna continue to follow his steps, his track. Yes, I can make an entire story, an entire theory just based on the fact that I can't accept that Kino maybe died just right there. He did all of that knowing that he couldn't come, he couldn't swim. He didn't lie, you know, he didn't lie because in saying, no matter what, I know that I'm dead. He didn't lie saying that. He would have died if he would have done nothing, you know, because of all of this jail. He would have died during the fight, or he would have died at the end. He knew that no matter what, he was dead. He did not lie about it. But he did it for them, for all of them, for all of the prisoners. You know, during that moment, in front of the microphone, I was like, come on Cassian, you have to do it, because, you know, I was like, is the hero, the main character of this show? All of this show, it's about him getting more and more involved into the rebellion, discovering that side of him, and you know, all of what he did, that's right there, and all of what he said about fighting the power in place, about the fact that they're afraid of you, you know, about the fact that everything is wrong, you have to do something or you're dead. A lot of things that happen into this jail is representing so much what the rebellion is doing, and also the bad part of what the rebellion is doing, the fact that when you have a lot of civilian victims, because of that, people around, they have the proof that the system is wrong, so they are joining the rebellion and they are fighting back even more. All of that, you know, was a representation of the rebellion. So I was like, maybe it's Cassian who is gonna make that speech, because it would be him, you know, involving himself a little more into the rebellion. I mean by that, like, rebellious things, you know. But I'm glad that Kino did it even more now that we know the end, now that we know that he couldn't follow, he can't swim. He really made that speech to make them all go, you know, together, fight together. It was so good, that moment. It was so much pressure. I think that I said a lot that I was sorry, you know, during that moment, because I was crying. And I'm still sorry about it. I know already some of you are gonna come in the comments to tell me, don't feel sorry because you cry, that's your emotions, you don't have to be sorry for that. But I said it in intro, I knew that today I would be more emotional than usually. So for sure, when that thing happened, I was like, you have the right to be in stress, you know, to feel that pressure, maybe to cry a little because you're glad for them, you know, and all. But right there I knew that my tears were not normal. Do you understand what I mean? I knew that it was more than usually, like, even, you know, according to my own scale, you know, of emotions, I knew that I was way too high, so that's why I was saying that I was sorry during that moment. But yes, at the same time, it was such an heroic moment, it was such a beautiful moment to see all of them joining their forces and going for it. They didn't have really the assurance that it would be okay, like that they would succeed and all. You just gave them up and you just gave them an opportunity and they took it, and that's so cool, so great. Even the ones who didn't believe truly that it could succeed no matter what, they took that chance. It was so cool, all of what happened into that jail. But again, it was also the true representation of the rebellion, why people are gonna follow the rebellion, are gonna fight back an organization which is bad, you know, all of what you have to do for that, to sacrifice. For sure, not everyone is gonna survive. Like, it was a big example of, yes, what can happen, you know, for the rebellion itself. The big rebellion with a big O, you know. For the other stories about Mon, I was not surprised by that guy attitude, by the fact that he insisted so much to know the truth. He knew that something was wrong. Like, for sure he knew that a woman like her wouldn't approach him if not because she's truly desperate. So for sure he teased her with that and he played with that, for sure. So I was not surprised by that, the fact that he wants to know the truth. And I thought, you know, I said it during the review of the last episode, that he would ask something from her, you know, and she would be forced to have her hands dirty. I knew that, you know, for the evolution of her character, she would need, you know, to forget her principles, you know, like, so far with the rebellion, she managed to continue with her principles, you know, with her way to see stuff, and right there I knew that she would have to have her hands dirty and by that to forget some of her principles for the rebellion, that it would be the evolution of her character. But right there, it's not only that, you know, that he's asking to her, it's also to give something personal, you know, her daughter. Like, you're touching not only to her principles, to her moral compass, you're also touching to her family. So I'm not surprised that she refused, but the fact that he said, I'm sure that you're gonna continue to think about it, oh, it's so bad. But now I understand more why we had a lot of scenes with her daughter and the fact that her daughter is a little against her because she's following a lot her dad's attitude with her own mother. Like, I understand more why we saw that, but you can't ask that to Mon. I don't know what she can do, you know, right there, but you can't do that. All of that moment with Luthen and Lonni, I was not surprised to discover that that guy was a spy, because I guessed it since the beginning, like I thought that the guy was suspicious. But all of what Luthen said, you know, during this moment, I was so sure that he would kill him, because, you know, someone like him who is telling, I don't want to continue anymore, you have to kill him. He knows your face, he knows all of the information that he gave to you. You can't let him go like nothing happened. I was like, for sure, Luthen is gonna kill him. He wants to kill Cassian, who didn't do 10% of what Lonni did. And he wants to kill Cassian just because he knows Luthen's face. So for Lonni, I was like, that's it, you're gonna kill him. But you managed to convince him to stay because you talked about his family, because you talked about the fact that you're so important that it's okay to sacrifice people, 50 people for him. It's not also a surprise, the fact that it's okay to sacrifice 50 people for him. Luthen, he said it before, the fact that the rebellion, they're gonna kill in a way civilians, and it's really bad. They're not gonna kill them, but they're gonna let them be killed. And okay, it's bad, they don't have the choice because they are protecting or they are doing something else, and also it's gonna be a good way to convince more civilians to join the rebellion. It's so cruel and awful to think like that, but it's the truth. And again, we had the proof of it into the jail, Cassian's jail, you know. And for the rest, you know, of what Lonni and Luthen said, it's awful also the fact that Luthen, he knows that he's cruel, he knows that right there he's forcing Lonni to do something that he doesn't want to do, to risk his life that much, to do everything right there for the rebellion, to not be himself during 6 years. That's awful. And he knows also, Luthen, that because of him a lot of people were killed, to protect him for his plan, the plan that he has in mind. All of what he said, you know, about the fact that he sacrificed everything for that plan, for that dream, he knows it. And I'm glad, you know, to have him saying it, because saying also that he's using the same tools, the same methods than his enemy. You know, the enemies that he's fighting is using the same methods than the enemy. I'm glad to hear him saying that, because even if it was obvious, for the viewers, you know, even if I think that everyone thought about it at least at one occasion, right there it's said and said by him, so it's so cool, you know. It's not someone accusing Luthen to do that, it's himself saying that yes, I'm doing that. It's great for the story, it's great for the message around that, it's great for the character himself. It's not gonna change anything. Luthen is gonna continue to do that, he's not gonna change himself. For the story it's not gonna change anything, but for, yes, the message around this show and the message around the rebellion, the fact that yes, it's not because you're fighting for the good side that everything that you're doing is good, and on the contrary you have to do bad things for that, and it's really bad and it's making you someone bad even if you're fighting for the good side. You understand what I mean? I'm glad that this show is showing that also, the fact that there is no good guy and bad guy, never. And the fact that into a Star Wars show, Star Wars universe, you're seeing that, it means a lot, because truly the Star Wars franchise is so used to categorize people between good and bad that it's great for once to have really something, someone saying that no, the frontier, you know, between good and bad, it's not like that. So Lonni is gonna continue to do that, to give him informations. You know now everything, Luthen, about what Dedra knows. You know her name, you know Dedra, you know about Ferrix, what is happening on Ferrix, you know about these people, you know, who are gonna be attacked, you know about everything. You don't know about Lieutenant Khan, it's gonna come. But is he really gonna do things with these informations? I mean, for Ferrix or for the other things? I'm not sure. I'm not even sure, you know. That was a really cool episode. Yes, I cried a lot, but it was not only tears because I was sad, you know. It was tears, real tears, because I was sad for Kino, the end, you know, like we don't know if he's dead or not. I choose to believe that he's not dead, okay? That he's gonna be interrogated and that's gonna be awful, and maybe he's gonna be killed after seeing that the guy that did all of that was Cassian. We'll see. But before that, for now, he's not dead. And yes, the other tears, it was more tears of joy, you know, of emotion, like, yeah, they're doing it. It was cool, it was heroic, it was brave, it was a moment full of hope, full of joy, you know, like, it was so cool. Tell me, what did you think of this episode? What do you think about all of that? What do you think about this jail, you know, being the example, the parallel of what is happening with the rebellion? I really thought about it like that. Tell me if you saw it or not also. I'm interested by that. Okay, it's all for you and for me for today. So it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.